I'm Dr. Charlie Krysinski. I'm an assistant professor of religion here at Northland College. I'm also a graduate of the class of 2016. One of the reasons I chose Northland as a student was because of the sense of shared values that I found here. I put it this way on my website, like on the blurb on there, but it's a vital meeting point for those of us who desire to live with each other and the environment differently. And don't just feel like a sense of duty and obligation to do that, but a true desire to do it and find that work joyful and find joy through working together in that. So the sense of immediate shared values and the sense of not having to explain why the things that were important to me were important to me. It has surprised me how, as a faculty member, and now like over a decade having arrived at Northland, the reasons for being here have continued to deepen and change over time. And now that I'm on the other side of the desk, I have a much deeper appreciation for the fact that a Northland College education is not just career preparation, but is about, at its best, the sort of intellectual, moral, and spiritual journey that is your life. And I do not know many other places that allow you to educate the whole person in that way. And that is just like so deeply compelling and so deeply rewarding as an educator, and maybe doubly so because I also experienced it myself. The college has always quite literally run on magic, would be the way I think about it. In 1892, when they laid the cornerstone for this building, the following year in 1893, there was a financial collapse and they lost all their pledges that they had gotten from donors to promise to build this building. So this building stood half constructed for a year while MJ Fananga, who later became president of Northland College, rallied donors to get enough funding to finish Wheeler Hall, finally. The college has never survived because it has been full of wealthy donors. It has never survived because it has had a lot of students. That has never been true. It has survived and persisted because of the passion and vision of the people who show up and constantly give all of themselves to this place. Working in a place like that is the deepest kind of work you can do. I'm not sure if it's a favorite memory, but it was a really important memory in terms of my trajectory of returning here to teach. I remember very clearly when I was interviewing for the job. And there was a student on the committee, as is the case in all of Northland's hiring of faculty. And I asked the student the question that was a totally genuine question from my standpoint, that what is it about the program, the religion program in this case, as it currently stands that you want to make sure is carried forward into this new position, whoever gets it. And the student very thoughtfully responded, the persistent search for meaning as represented in classes like David Satry's classes are what is most important to me about being carried forward. And when I heard that answer, my face lit up because I knew exactly what she was talking about, precisely because I had sat in those classes and had those experiences myself. And that was such an affirmation for me that the place I left was still the place I hoped it was. And that the people who I left behind had continued doing the work of like preserving that culture that is so special about living in